In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my top 10 favorite drops that I've experienced. And personally speaking, I love first drops. They're probably some of my favorite general elements on roller coasters ever. You're building up so much anticipation and just so much hype and adrenaline. And when you go down that first drop, it all lets out and you're just having a good time. A good first drop always puts a big smile on my face. And I'll be giving you guys my 10 favorites. So let's go ahead and get started with the number 10 spot. So coming in at the number 10 spot, we have Fahrenheit's First Drop. And this drop gives a really nice moment of ejector airtime. I only rode it in the back row, but this is a great way to start off the ride. It's probably one of the better moments on this ride. You really do feel some nice airtime going over it. It's not the most sustained drop in the world, but it's definitely a great way to kick off this ride. Now at number 9, we have Stormrunner's Top Hat Drop, and we're not talking about the entrance. This is just specifically like the drop off itself. And in the back row, again, this one gives some nice ejector airtime as well. It's not as sustained as some of these other drops on this list, but I'd say you're feeling a little bit more momentum going over this one. I don't know, I just feel like I kind of like it better than Fahrenheit's drop. I personally thought it had more momentum going into it. So now at the number 8 spot, we have Top Thrill Dragster's Spiral Drop. And this drop is awesome because you're getting some really nice laterals and you are going to feel them. With these T-bars, you are just flying in every direction. These laterals really get to you. You also get a little bit of airtime as well, especially with these T-bars because they do wonders to your body. So now at number 7, we have Makos First Drop. And this drop is honestly really, really good. I love this first drop. And I always will, because if you're sitting in the front row, you get some nice floater, and it's a really sustained moment. In the back row, it's also a pretty fairly sustained moment, but the airtime's a lot stronger in the back, and it's probably my personal favorite moment on this ride, because you just hear that soundtrack, I don't know, it's just an awesome moment. I love this first drop, and that's why it's coming in at number 7. So now at the number 6 spot, we have Lightning Rod's First Drop, and this might be a little bit low considering the things that are above it, but I don't know, I just wasn't the biggest fan because I feel like this drop let me down the first time I experienced it personally because it was just, I don't know, it just let me down. Like, I honestly thought the little airtime hump before it was a lot stronger, even though I only rode this coaster once. I don't know, that's just what I remember. I might be wrong, but I could also be right at the same time. But for now, this is just going to stick at my number 6 until I ride Lightning Rod again, which might be sometime soon. So now at number 5, we have Millennium Forces First Drop, and this is an amazing first drop. It's not the strongest in terms of airtime. It's actually not that strong at all. But in terms of just the sensation and the speed and all the wind you're feeling, and also the sustainedness of the floater airtime is absolutely incredible. I mean, in the front row, this drop is really good, but in the back row, I absolutely love this drop. The air definitely feels stronger in the back row. You don't feel as much wind, but you definitely feel the sustainedness of the airtime. And like I said, these T-bars are amazing at giving you good drops because if it weren't for these T-bars, this might not even be up there that high. But I love this first drop. That's why it's coming in at number 5. So now at the number 4 spot, we have Steel Vengeance's First Drop. And this moment, in terms of the rest of the ride, isn't very standout, I would say. But in terms of other first drops, it's still a fantastic drop. You feel some nice negative G's in the back row. You're just getting catapulted over this thing. It's pretty decently sustained as well. I don't know. I really, really do like this drop. I'd say it's a really, really good combination between sustainedness and also just the pure jack strength of this airtime. So now at the number 3 spot, we have Mavericks First Drop, and this drop is pretty bonkers. This is probably a top 3 moment on the ride for me. You are just cruising up that LSM lift hill, and you just go flying. If you're in the front row, you'll get some nice air. If you're sitting in the back, you'll just get yonked into Lake Erie. This isn't the most sustained moment. It's a very, very quick moment. And that honestly might be why I like it, because it happens so fast and so subtly. You're like not even expecting it to happen. But this is honestly one of my personal favorite coaster moments ever. I love this first drop, guys. So now we've reached the top 2, and coming in at number 2 is El Toro's First Drop. And this is where things get really, really serious really fast, because this thing is just all hell breaking loose, just balls to the wall. This drop is absolutely incredible. If you're sitting in the front row, you'll get some nice airtime. It's a really nice ejector moment, and it's a great first drop. But if you are sitting in the back of the train, just hold on for dear life, because El Toro is about to just take reign over your body. This thing is absolutely wicked. This is a masterpiece first drop in the back row. The airtime is phenomenal. The sustainedness of this drop is also phenomenal. This is probably one of my favorite moments on the ride. And personally, I absolutely love El Toro's first drop. But what is coming in at the number 1 spot, guys? How about Skyrush's first drop? And getting to experience this thing for the first time is truly a blessing and a curse, because I don't even know where to start. If you're riding in the front row, you're going to get some really, really nice ejector airtime. It might not be as good as El Toro in the back, or maybe even Maverick in the back. In the front row, Skyrush's airtime is fine. It's really, really amazing drop. However, if you're sitting in the back row and you don't know what to expect out of this drop, I don't even know if I should spoil it for you guys, because basically what I mean is you drop twice. You start cresting over and you feel like it's a B&M hyper drop, but then you finally hit your maximum vertical angle and you just go yoinked out of your seat. You feel like you're going to just fly into the forest that's sitting in front of you. It all just happens so fast, because you crest over and you're at like 60 degrees and you're like, okay, what is this? And then you just hit the yonk moment, and it is probably one of the strongest airtime moments I've experienced in my life. It's probably one of the strongest airtime moments on the ride. And it's not the most sustained drop out there, but just the element of surprise that it provides is what makes this my favorite drop that I've experienced. But yeah, it's hard to put this drop into words on how much I love this thing. And go check out my Skyrush review, actually, because that's probably my proudest review I've ever put on my channel. So anyways, guys, I just want to thank you so much for watching. Thank you for making it all the way to the end. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe for more content. I'll see you all later. Peace out.